Let's see what happens. This is Maru versus Solar, game number 1.
A couple Widow Mines on the way here with that reactor to factory. That's kind of interesting. So probably a mine drop coming up. Third base for Solar already on the way. Hey, here it comes in, and Ling's already on top of one of these Widow Mines. And yeah, it looks like very little damage actually dealt. In fact, this Widow Mine gets up to try to find some more damage. A few Hellions poked into those Lings, but everything dealt with super well here.
For somewhat of a surround. Looks like they've got the Hellions boxed in now. This is a great kill here.
Tasteless. He did cancel Stim and add 2 factories.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, man.
And you know what? And you know what?
What?
I don't know when that Overlord's going to go back in there.
No, seriously. Like, this was so well done because that's what he was checking for. His Overlord flew in. He saw what was going on, right? He saw that Stim was on the way. He's like, okay, well, you know, I guess that's fine. But now that it's just straight Mech and he's going Hydraling Bane, you want to talk about a comp that doesn't beat Mech? Let's talk about Hydraling Bane. Damage on SUVs pulled extremely quickly, and now he sees exactly what's up. This is Mech he's playing against.
So how fast can Solar switch into the proper tech to respond to this? And that's what we want to see.
What will that tech be? Like, for instance, will he go into Swarm Hosts? This is something that you can use, but Vikings are already on the way, and Vikings are a pretty reasonable counter against Swarm Hosts. You can shoot down those Locusts super quickly. 10 Swarm Hosts on the way.
11.
Now
the Hellion, or rather, Swarm Hosts are coming up now. He's going to try to go in once again towards the main. The Vikings are not back just yet. Beginning to shave away at some of these units here. Definitely going to get these tanks and a few of these Hellions over here on the low ground.
He's picking off a few units.
The thing is, Terran can keep building up and eventually just absorb the rest of these Swarm Hosts and possibly push out. Zerg doesn't have a stronger army per se, but is able to keep the Terran at bay, keep them locked at home. But of course, sometimes when you're meching, you're completely fine with that. All you want to do is soak up more minerals, get more resources, especially the gas.
Well, I love where he's going with this because against what he's playing against, weird sentence, but he's going speed Banshees, like a lot of them. Now the Banshees finally get their speed upgrade. That takes about as long as a Dark Shrine, and he's going to go and assassinate the Stormo, so that's kind of an interesting first thing to do with them, and they will be able to pick off quite a few here.
Kind of an odd moment because, you know, eventually you want those Swarm Hosts swapped out for something anyways.
Yeah.
I guess that's fine. I guess that works. We have Hydras and Banelings coming out here now. Is he going to try to just go right for the command center? And that he will. No SCVs here to repair. And from here he can basically pull out. He might want to get the other CC there. Nah, it's canceled anyways. He's fine.
Well, at least he does have that extra CC so he can start mining once again. 2 more starports on the way, though, so just a very light contingent of actual mech units here to go with this Sky Terran play. Kind of holding on for the time being. The Banshees, bruised, will back out for now. The creep spread here is pretty immaculate. He's got a good Overlord spread. He sees everything coming, and so far, the Banshees haven't killed the economy very much, just gone after units.
By the way, it's a lot harder than it looks for these Hydras to try to keep up with these Banshees if they're not in the perfect position. And, oh, really nice, taking out that tech lab.
Corvid Reactor goes down. The switch into Ravens is occurring at the moment.
And the Ravens are where it gets really cost efficient for Terran.
Things can happen with that. Oh, the Banshee's finally catching the rest of these Swarmos, so he should be able to kill all of those off. In the meantime, the Broodlord's moving over towards this kind of like no man's land.
Okay, Broodlord slowly pushing through. And I gotta say, this is gonna be a little bit dicey for the Terran ground. Looks like these Banshees are... You know what? I have to say, Solar's done a really good job holding the Banshees.
Yeah, I thought they'd do way more damage than they have.
If he had lost control even once, the Banshees could have killed off so much of his tech.
All right, pulls apart the Parasitic bombed Viking here. Looks like that one probably will end up falling.
Okay,
the Banshee's doing some real damage in the main base.
He might try to go for the Hive during this.
But is there actually too many Broodlords and Corruptors here? Like the Viking count? Yeah, I guess he has 15 now. He has 4 Ravens as well. Where are they?
I'm not sure. I think the Banshees, by the way, were chased out of the main there. Looks like they're parked over at the bottom center. You know, he's actually making some room here. Now the Ravens.
Ooh, good hit.
Bad. But you know what? These Broodlords are still doing damage. Until these Corruptors are chased out, the Broodlords are going to continue to gnaw their way through here. And I got to say, Solar's playing a brilliant Zerg game against this meching Terran.
This is really some fantastic Sky Zerg versus Sky Terran action right now. Those Ravens with the point defense drones really keeping these Vikings alive. Tons of micro here trying to kite these over and over. But still, those Broodlords almost getting the planetary, but not quite to have the value that I think he wanted for the amount of money he put into them. I mean, luckily the swarm hosts are all gone, so that's one less thing to think about. Ooh, a lot of these parasitic bombs going off onto Ravens. He's got to split those better. Yeah. A ton of splash damage occurring on his Ravens right now.
Well, that was a win right there for the Zerg. Taking out so many of the units on the ground as well as the CC. Terran's going to dry up in minerals. And by the way, Terran had never secured the upper left. We saw the Hydras kill the command center, but this technique that Terran's trying to execute is only viable if Terran gets to get every expansion.
They are extinct at this point.
That's right.
I think he doesn't mind too much because he does have just such a strong air army right now, just trying to poke through anything. And he is gaining value with these Broodlords. Now in come the Vikings. Oh my god, a lot of parasitic bombs going off. He's splitting on top of everything, trying to bring the splash damage into Maru here, but it does not work out that well.
We don't see the HP here on these Vikings, but it looks like there's enough Vikings in the back. I think he should be okay. The Broodlords continue to push forward, now shredding through those Thors. Supply, though, when it's all said and done, 156 to 141. Banshees now on the loose because Hydras are brought up here. Maybe now's the moment he can finally leverage those Banshees to really put Terran in a good spot in this game.
Well, he's going to be able to pick off this hatchery. Not a ton of mining left there, so maybe not the best space to kill, but that's where he was, and finally getting that done. That was a crazy fight, though. Like, all the Corruptors and Vikings basically died, and then everything else pulled away from each other. Yes, I mean, we saw a lot of point defense drones, which were helping the Vikings to win some of these battles before, or at least stay even. That doesn't exist anymore, but there are more Vikings out than Corruptors. There is a single Infestor here, bro.
Not quite good enough.
3, though.
This might be the most important fight here in the game, because if Zerg can get through here and break this expansion, then Zerg can also get the top base, and then Terran has no more money.
Yeah, it's not as valuable as it once was, but he doesn't have the creep up as far here, so this is a lot harder. Even some Ravens being added in. Oh, God, those secret missiles. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no.
I think he get out.
Oh, my God, I think he just got out.
That was pretty scary.
Ooh.
Again, Zerg right now at 189 supply to the 146. So as scary as Terran's army is, it's not even maxed out. We're in an air arms race here in this TVZ, because they're both trying to power up and get a much stronger air army to let a few other key units do the rest of their damage. However, the air army right now from Maru also has the ability to harass, whereas Solar's air army is much more of a death ball-like concept.
Yeah, and I mean, this is so volatile. You know, you get a couple good fungals or secret missiles, anything like that, and the game can just swing. I feel like these two should have a stand down and go into Lingbane Muta against Marines. You know, like just let's demilitarize some of these crazy high-tech units.
Is he going to try to do some kind of a drop?
Oh,
you might as well just wipe out all the production over here.
I like it. And you know what? He brings his air army because this is going to force the Banshees to stay away. I really like that. And he can pull away when all the Vikings come. And then he might be able to actually hit the top with his Broodlords. I'm not sure where his Broodlords are, but yeah, the Broodlords, I think, are at the top still. Oh, man. He is so good at running from that. I never see any Zerg actually get away from the upgraded Seeker.
Okay, this might be the play of the game.
Yeah.
This is actually exactly what he needed to do.
He's picked off a lot of Vikings.
He took out so much of the... I think he took out basically all the production. And remember, Terran's not maxed out, so it's not like Terran magically still has a maxed out army and he can try to utilize that. And you know what? Zerg's making more lings. He can do it all over again.
Yeah, and there's almost no production for Maru right now. He's barely holding on here. That drop turned out to be fantastic.
Well, if not for these Broodlords, as well as Fungal, there'd be no way to ebb away at the life force of Terran.
Yeah.
It'd be not fair. It's hard to pull off, but he's doing it. And you know what? He's even coming down here and taking out this the rocks down here to get another expansion. There's too many lings everywhere. He can make lings all day.
And he certainly is doing so. We're in a 30-minute game already here.
Oh, we are. Look at that.
Still trying to poke in. He makes another Infestor and brings that down. So if he gets that Fungal, oh my God, so close. Continually scanning to make sure that the Fungal cannot come in to end the game, because that would completely end it at this point.
Okay.
Solar has no bank, by the way. Like, he's still mining some, but if he loses this army, Maru can still win. So it makes sense he's still in it, despite the fact you look at the map and you're like, what?
Hold on. If he gets a good fungal up here.
Oh! Sick fungal. And
you
it's
got
over
slimed.
spores. Oh, my God. But he's going after the Broodlords right now.
A lot of these, I was going to say, where are the Corruptors here?
If the Corruptors had been there, that would have been game, but he wouldn't have made that move if the Corruptors were up there.
Yeah,
so the
very
Banshee's
true.
drawing everything away, and Solar does try to take that base you were talking about before. I never thought we'd see it. Banshees deny, though.
Well, I think he's got the Terran preoccupied enough. I mean, look at what Terran's making. It's just 3 Vikings. Granted, Zerg's not making a lot more than that, but Zerg has a way bigger supply.
Did he kill all the broods?
No, I don't think so. I think there are still some
Okay.
left, and maybe like 3 or something like that.
Okay, but the how about's attacking down here? This is actually a big problem. Look how many drones he's killing. This is kind of crazy. A few Lings and Banes being made to kind of counteract this, but I mean, that's not too cost efficient, is it?
Well, he's hitting this
This is really funny,
over
man.
here.
I need to see the unit tab right now, because we are watching like 4, 5 Hellions / Hellbats kill a base at 32 minutes.
Well, if you look at the map with Zerg, you'd think, well, how are those Hellbats going uncontested down there? And then you have to say, well, no, this is a really weird game. Looks like they should have everything. They have a lot of very specific things that sometimes can't counter each other.
Yeah.
So things are being exploited on the map. Now, hold up. This is still Terran's last real hope up here is the upper left.
Yeah,
Zerg can still hang on.
He is not mining, by the way. This is it for Solar. He has to break it with this.
Solar
has 16 workers, so he could theoretically mine again, but...
Does he have, how many Ravens does he have? He has none?
He has no Ravens. He has 26 Vikings.
Well, then
This
he
is against 24 Corruptors, but he has 4 Vipers. The Vipers can't swing that.
I think Solar's got it.
You think so?
Yeah, I think there's no direct answer.
He needs to use these Marines. They're actually blocking the SCVs. Oh my God, Tasteless.
I think that's it.
This is
I
too
think Solar
crazy
did
for
it.
me. My
Check
brain.
and mate, my friend.
Did he really?
Yeah. No,
After Maru tried so hard with those aliens.
Yeah, and Zerg's left on 12 drones that are not mining.
Yeah, the two fungalers underneath here. I don't even
How
remember.
many CCs does he have? He's got 4, I think. Maybe he could kill off this army in some kind of crazy attack and then land and start dropping mules.
It's 14 minerals against 0 right now, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
Can he go for like a... No, there's no draw potential, I don't think. There's 12
Well,
drones
I don't believe
still.
there's any medevacs.
Okay, he's coming in a huge arc right now with Vikings. Try to dodge some of these parasitic bombs, but there are a lot of parasitic bombs that go out. Some fungals as well.
Now, the Corruptors from top to... they're going to circle around here. Yep. They're taking the rest of this out, and that's going to be it, I think. Really well done here by Solar.
Oh,
wow.
my God. I'm holding my breath just in case he kills every Corruptor here because there's no money for Solar. He can't make any units.
No, he's got it.
Like, if he killed all these Corruptors with the Vikings, he still wins with the Vikings, right?
Yeah, maybe. Actually, yeah. You know what? I guess you're right.
If he can kill the rest of the Corruptors, he wins.
Okay.
There's 2 Broodlords. That's the ground.
Wait.
Oh, the fungal!
Okay, now hold on.
Okay,
There's
hold on.
nowhere that Zerg can mine from, right? And I believe there are 3 Hellbats. I don't know where they are. I think they're actually...
But it... Oh my God, this is too
Ooh.
crazy.
Okay, well,
2
I guess...
Banshees still. That fungal was so killer, man. Like, the 5 Vikings might have been able to whittle this all down over time. Okay, he sees that there's long distance mining. The only minerals on Solar's side of the map are down there, and the Hellions are kind of running around.
There are a few mineral patches in Solar's main, by the way. Could be mined from. I don't know how much he needs to get from that. By the way, it's hard to get the Broodlords all the way around to the bottom. He's pushed with spores all the way up to the top.
Oh!
Great play. See you in hell, Viking. GG.
That was
Solar
too
wins.
much.
That was a great game.
Oh.
A 36-minute game.
Wow.
Damn.
That was so